natural world, it's not like a traffic light. Red means you stop, green means you go, right? We can't do that with the world around us. Science isn't about saying yes or no, you can, you can't, right? Science is all about what works. We have a model, we have an idea that helps us to understand, right? So, you know, like an atom, right? On the inside there's plus and on the outside it's minus, right? You know this idea? All right. The thing is, this idea, it's not that old. In the past, they thought it was kind of like pudding. You have pudding, and in the pudding, you have some pluses, and you have some minuses, and you have some that aren't anything. This is what they used to think. And it's not that this is wrong, it's just at the time, it helped people to understand science. For a time, this worked. This was okay. But then people learned more. They learned more about this idea, and then we had a better model, a better way to explain it, right? And today, we don't even do this. This isn't true anymore. Today, it's more like we have this. And the little minuses, they're somewhere in here, but there's more chance that you'll find it here than that you'll find it anywhere else, right? We talk about the probability of where these things will be. So every time we learn something new, our idea, our model changes. Our rules change. And this is how science works. It's how language works, because language is also a science. So when we talk about, say, a noun and a verb, we shouldn't be thinking like this. Red light, stop, green light, go. Yellow light, go faster, right? That's not how we should be thinking when we look at language. We need to understand that we're talking about a system. We're trying to understand it, we're trying to describe it, okay? So, when in Chinese, you make a sentence like, 我去到台北. 我去到台北. What are those words? "我去到台北." 哪一个是动词? Right? And in Chinese, that's 去. So the dao part is like this too, right? But then how come you can say something like 我们到了? Yeah, but 到 isn't it a preposition? Right? And then we have things like I am happy or I happy. 可以用我是, 对不对？我是快乐. You don't need the 是, but you can use 是. But when you say 我快乐, 快乐是什么东西? Is that still an adjective? So again, in English and in Chinese, we have a problem here. In English, we have here subject, verb, and this is a complement. A complement is what we use when we put the verb to be, like I am a teacher. That's not the object. I am a teacher, I am happy, it's this word here. So here, we have this, and we have this, but no verb. Chinese fixes this problem by doing this. We have subject, verb, complement, and then we have your adjectives can change. They can change change from one kind of word into another. So in a sentence like this, 快乐, that's actually the verb. There's a form in Chinese, what we call a co-verb. At least that's what some teachers I know have called it. And that basically means that you can take a preposition or an adjective and you can turn it into a verb. So in Chinese you can do that. And that's why people sometimes in English, they'll say things like, I back to home. And they don't put in a verb. Now, their back is an adverb, but adverbs and prepositions have a special relationship. Alright? So in Chinese, you can still do things like that, but in English, we can't do that. However, in English, there's a different pattern we use. In English, we do this. Is this a noun or a verb? This is a noun now, right? But it's a very special noun because I like, say, studying English. We'll pretend that this is true, yeah? If this is a noun, this is the object of like, right? We have subject, verb, object. What's this? We end up with a problem because this isn't just a noun. As a noun, it can be the object, but it's still a verb. This is the object of that verb. And this is another place where Chinese speakers often have a lot of trouble with English because it seems like we say subject, verb, object, but then we put another word there, right? So you need to understand that for us, this word is both. This is a noun, and it's also a verb. And that's why we can even put in, I like you studying English. I like you studying English. It's not, I like you, right? I don't dislike you, you're nice people, right? But when I say, I like you studying English, it's not, I like you. It's still, I like studying. But this is a verb, so it can also have a subject. Okay? And that's how this ing thing works. It's a lot of trouble in English because we use ing a lot. But the problem gets worse.